coming back, but not as who we were before.
We're coming back,
But not as who we were before.
not as tourists on a screen, but as hearts that can't ignore.
All these crossroads, all these sirens, all the lives we passed before.
Now we're riding the same bus line, just with different reasons for.
We're coming back, but not as who we were before.
We're coming back,
But not as who we were before.
yeah. Bussy trembles like the tide did on that coastal village road. Sawdust faded from my suitcase, but it lingers in my bones. Once I grabbed this metal handle just to run away from here. Now I watch the skyline rising like a test I chose this year. I used to take this very same bus just to flee the city's noise. Now I'm heading back on purpose just to raise my louder voice. You lean back against the window, half the sky is gray and glass. In your eyes I see the shoreline that we promised we would guard. At the sea I fear the changes, thought the waves would wash us thin. Here I'm scared of nothing changing, scared of what we're drowning in.
Conference room with cold white lighting, charts like walls along the screen. They say welcome to safe city game, we'll make danger look like
They
clean.
turn districts into levels, cut the wrist down, track the scores. It sounds almost like a puzzle till they show the fatal chord.
I raise my hand and say softly, these aren't levels, they are lives. If you need a game's attention, I'll still film their honest knives.
You're the lens that won't stop shaking when a siren pierces through. I'm the one who draws the pathways, praying they can walk them too.
Coming back, but not as who we were before.
Not as extras in a city that once pushed us out the door.
We're the ones who learned from whites and how to listen, how to slow.
Now we bring that to the sidewalks where the red lights never hold.
We're coming back, but not as who we were before. We're coming back, but not as who we were before.
First step out into the trials on broken crosswalk, blinking lights. Cars like restless metal currents weaving through each fragile life.
Cables hanging, signboards tilting, curbs so high the child must jump. I hold up my phone to capture, but my chest just starts to thump.
I turn front cam on my own face, chaos roaring at my back. This is not the city center, this is where lives crack and snap. Beside you I see the flashbacks of the village evening glow. See, instead of fumes and breakers, waves instead of horns that blow.
At the shore I fear the changes, every scaffold felt a toll. In this maze I fear the stillness, fear will never change at all. You say tell me when you're tired, we can leave this all behind. I say leaving once was easy, staying now is how we fight.
Neither of us came here perfect, neither pure without a stain. But the sea taught us to listen, now the streets will learn our name.
So we stand there on the corner where the red light almost dies. 2x motorways for motions, drawing line for others' lives.
We're coming back,
but not as who we were before.
I'm not here to chase a rating or to fake another score.
I'm not here to please the towers or to worship traffic flow.
I am here to sketch a safe way for a child to walk back home.
The shoreline to this crossroad, something in us started to grow.
From the silence of that village
To the siren heavy road. We're coming back, but not as who we were before. Oh, we're coming back, but not as who we were before. Oh, we're coming back. The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down. The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
All these green lights, all these deadlines, no one's feet can touch the ground.
I brought seaside conversations to a place that cuts them out.
I brought people first designs to a world that counts cars now.
The city won't wait, so we'll
hold out my mic like a seashell. Ask, can I walk your way today? Office badges, coffee cups, they dodge my questions like the rain. Got no time, I'm really sorry, every answer looks the same. In my head I hear white beaches where they used to shout my name. At a corner convenience storefront I just asked, you tired too? Owner snaps, don't film my entrance, customers will think it's rude. So I pack my cords and tripod, laughing just to stay alive and beg sorry they fought to talk here. Are you okay? Is a crime. It's clash at the construction site, measuring a cracked old crosswalk, tracing lines in fade and chalk. I can see where kids would stumble, where a bike might block their walk. Foreman smirks behind his helmet, if you move this cars will choke. We can't let your little arrows make the traffic overflow.
I explain about the sightlines, how the corner hides the turn. He just shrugs and taps his clipboard, all I need's the numbers firm.
So I roll my blueprints tighter, swallow words I wanna shout. Every one of your statistics is a heartbeat left out.
Back at screens and glossy charts, they say we just need pretty lines. Give us graphs, American tweet out, keep the red zones off his mind.
They say PR, not confession, we don't need to share the scars. We need safer looking pictures, not the truth of where we are.
But my camera hates pretending, keeps on shaking when it lies.
And my ruler feels like metal pressed across someone's closed eyes.
City won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
Even kindness feels like traffic if you dare to ask out loud. Every order, every email says just make the numbers sound. No one asked which tired body almost didn't make it out.
The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down. The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
On the sidewalk by the neon, I stack gear back in my case. Dust and city wind together, sting the corners of my face. In that village by the shoreline, people lined up for my frame. Hear a single, how are you doing? Feels like getting in the way. I half laugh into the darkness like a blooper no one sees. Talking softly to my tripod, maybe
I don't fit this speed.
from across the busy crossing I can see you shrink your eyes. You look smaller in the city than you did beneath our skies. I would pull you back to white sand just to let you breathe again, but I know we came here trembling for the lives we haven't met.
His line about direction,
His line about direction. Crowds flow past like stormy currents off his shoes and heavy bags. Someone shouts into a headset, someone almost hits a cab. Every face is turned to somewhere, every step is racing time. But if I asked,
where are you going? Would they even have a line? You all look like you're late for something, you say, staring at the stream. But if no one knows the ending, what's the point of running, please?
Every person here is hurrying, I murmur watching ground. Every one of them is rushing, but to where?
They've all lost count. The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
Maybe start with just one corner where a child can stand around. Maybe start with just one rider who survives another round. Maybe start with one small promise not to turn away right now.
Night falls hard on our old rooftop pipes and concrete distant sound.
We stand still like we did seaside, only hear the waves are crowded.
City won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
Oh,
The city won't wait, so we'll have to learn to slow it down.
the city won't wait.
So we'll have to learn to slow it down. Footsteps echo in the hallway, somewhere past our thin front door. Half past midnight, someone knocks once, then a little harder, more.
A young voice in all this silence, breathing fast but trying soft.
If I let you film my journey, can this road stop hurting us?
We trade glances in the dim light,
Like the sea. Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive. Not a game level,
Just someone trying to get home alive.
Strap the camera to your helmet, city wind against your eyes. Every order like a countdown, every shortcut feels like dice. You say quietly to my lens, there's one turn I always dread. Cars shoot out from blind spot alleys where the mirror should have been.
Handlebars shake with the potholes, horns explode like breaking glass. On the footage later watching, I can't breathe through half the dash.
You're not pixels on an overlay, not a bike icon in blue. You're a son who calls his mother just to say you made it through. Glass reflects the neon sign. You're inside and they're outside. Sticker shelves and barcode scanners, this small store you're only out.
Through the window you watch strangers' faces blur in plastic sheen.
You see cities, you say softly,
I see fish tanks full of dreams.
Drunk men bang up on the counter, one more bottle, one more night. You pretend your hands aren't shaking as you scan their chaos twice.
In the system you're night cashier, in the graphs your service rate.
But in 4 a.m. reflection you're just trying to stay away.
Little footsteps in a tunnel, concrete ceiling dripping cold. She walks faster past a corner where the lights gave up and broke.
Every evening same route homeward, backpack heavy, shadows long. No one sees how loud her heart beats till she's back behind her door.
I don't ask her for a monologue, just to let me walk behind. If they saw the way you see this, maybe they would change the signs. Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
Not an avatar in data, just a child with shaking eyes.
Not a user in your tables, not a segment on your slide.
Just a kid who hates the echo of that tunnel every night.
Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
Not a game level,
just someone trying to get home alive.
Corner stage beneath the flyover amp that flickers open case. You play covers, play your own songs, city passes without face.
Online numbers look like thunder, like seen common, safely kind.
But when showtime's over, no one asks what streets you fear at night. You say views don't walk beside me when I drag my gear back home. In the underpass, past closing, I just pray I'm not alone.
Strings still ringing in my headphones when I cut your final frame.
I ride just someone going home underneath your given name.
So I stop with all the questions, all the staged and careful lines. Don't perform, I tell each walker, just pretend I'm not behind.
Vertical frame, shaky footage, POVs that bend and sway. In your edit, every journey filled the screen like it's the main.
Title card in simple letters, no big logo, no bright shine. Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
Not a game level,
just someone trying to get home alive.
I hit play inside the meeting, let their roads replace our slides.
Engineers and PR people, suit and tie and coffee eyes.
All fall quiet as the handlebar can jitters through near miss night.
Silence between the beeping of the charts on other screens.
Someone clears their throat and whispers,
this is more than what we dreamed.
boss looks down and finally murmurs, voice a little less contrived.
Redesign this like it's stages.
You just showed us people's lives.
Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
Not a game level,
Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive. Not a game level, just someone trying to get home alive.
not a game level.
Just someone trying to get home alive. We're drawing the first safe route home.
We're drawing the first safe route home.
We're drawing the first safe route home.
From the station through the alleys where they used to walk alone.
Every arrow on the pavement says, we see the way you go.
Every lamp we light in shadow says, you don't have to walk unknown.
We're drawing the first safe route home. We're drawing the first safe route home.
On the map The lines look simple, dots from platform to front doors. But in real streets there are puddles, blind spot corners, broken floors. We trace past the kids and riders marked in fear with every step. Not the shortcut on the software, but the roads their bodies kept. I move crosswalks by a meter, build a small island of rest, so a child can stop and breathe once as the engines rage and press. Painted stripes like softer ripples where the asphalt meets their feet. For the first time all my drawing starts from where a child would be. We bend down with open paint cans, orange lines across the gray, little arrows pointing homeward, warm as sunset on a day.
In the alley where it darkens, we put sensors on the walls. When a small shoe hits the concrete, gentle light begins to pour.
Reflective tape along the railing like a trail of quiet stars, so a helmet cutting midnight doesn't vanish with the car.
Safety used to be a number, I confess, beneath the sign.
Now it looks like glowing footsteps, like a child's unbroken time.
Just walk like you always do,
I say to them,
behind my lens.
no need acting for the camera.
Let this be your real descent.
Little backpack, scooter tires, delivery bag and city wind. Side by side they start their journey,
For once knowing where it ends.
through the tunnel, past the corner, every fear spot now in light.
Every turn once filled with guessing now has colors saying right. We're drawing the first safe route home,
Not on slides inside a meeting,
but beneath their tired souls.
from the platform to the school gate to the shop that stays till late.
Every meter says we thought of you before it was too late. We're drawing the first safe route home. We're drawing the first safe route home.
At the gate, her mother's waiting, eyes still scanning every car.
Little girl runs down the arrow, breathless, grinning, slightly scarred.
She said walking home today felt like someone came before.
Like they walked this road for practice so I wouldn't fall as hard.
Rider leans against a scooter, helmet, hair and crooked smile.
I still rush to meet my orders,
But this part feels less like trial. He taps twice upon the arrow, says at least on this short stretch.
if I don't come home one evening, it won't be because of that.
Those two sentences weigh heavier than 1,000 tidy charts.
In my edit, I just loop them.
Let them sit inside the dark. I look down at all the markings, sun just catching on the paint.
Lines I once drew for the traffic now feel like a child's thing.
Every blueprint that I finished used to start from wheels and speed.
This is first time that my pencil starts from where small feet would be.
I keep rolling as you say it,
City noise behind your side.
because someday in some briefing
This one line could change their minds. We're drawing the first safe route home,
turning distant cold prevention
into something warm and shown.
if be careful was a warning.
If they always had a loan,
Now the street itself is whispering.
I will walk you back to home.
They might dress it up with mascots,
AR fireworks on their phones.
but beneath the gifts and filters,
There's a path that's real and owned. We're drawing the first safe route home. We're drawing the first safe route home.
we're drawing the first safe route home. Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine.
Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine.
Don't turn our lives into props.
For your city to shine. Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine.
Yeah, this road is tired, full of footsteps, not a one-day filming line.
Ay, ay, Every crack and every vendor holds a story you can't buy.
If you cover them with banners, you're just blind in your own eyes.
Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine.
Don't turn our lives into props
For your city to shine.
Meeting room with branded backdrops, PR smiles like LED.
They say we'll do a live stream opening.
Make this route look like a dream.
Send an idol down the sidewalk. Let them vlog and laugh and wave.
Cut the boring daily footsteps.
We just need the hype to play.
Someone points at my design sheet, says great job, now make it cute. Hide the messy old school kiosks. They'll distract from what we do. They draw X's over stalls where aunties stand from dawn to dusk. In their eyes, real people's labor is just clutter,
Just bad luck.
her breaking point in the edit room.
In the edit bay they tell me lose the silence, pump the sound. Add some stickers, funny music, make the danger feel like fun. You don't need that riders breathing or the kids small shaking hands. Give us B-roll of the skyline, we're not selling them the facts of slam. Spacebar freeze the timeline on a worn out pair of shoes. This road makes their exit daily, you want one day tourist views. This is not your drama set piece, not a theme park for your van. It's the way they drag their bodies till their knees can barely stand.
On the morning of the opening, cloth-covered frames hide every stand.
Stalls erased like they're embarrassing.
Like there's stains upon your brand.
I remember all the riders stopping here to drink and rest. All the kids who buy cheap candy. All the gossip.
Oh, the stress.
If safe route means clean aesthetics, leaving real lives out of sight,
Then this isn't what we came for.
this is just a painted lie.
Don't turn our lives
Into props for your city to shine.
This path was here before your cameras, before hashtags, before lights.
If your safety is just footage for a mayor's speech one night, then the danger's not the traffic, it's the way you close your eyes.
Don't turn our lives
Into props for your city to shine.
Don't turn our lives into props.
For your city to shine.
Streaming rigs and selfie ring lights. Idle steps out to the beat.
Crowds line up along the arrows.
Turning safe route into feed.
They walk past the cover kiosks, pose with AR on their phones. For a moment it looks flawless, like the city fixed its bones.
Then a car from hidden alley cuts across the very frame.
Tires reaching, brakes imperfect, crowd inhales the same sharp pain.
From behind the clock block star row, someone drops a drink and runs. An old rider, helmet crooked, grabs the adder, pulls them back.
Bones are pitched the same split second, then you're caught the near miss crash. Not the speeches, not the ribbon, but the truth you tried to mask. Later, it's not our official stream that fills the evening feeds. It's the shaky, scared recording of that almost broken scene.
Caption reads, they called it safe
But
route.
they hid the danger sign.
Why design a path for people if you can't stand how they live? Comments flood like sudden downpour.
Why block off the real street stall?
If you cover up the neighbors,
Who is this safe road even for?
in the office eyes are burning, fingers hover over keys.
Someone has to pick a side now.
PR polish or belief. Hey! Boss stands up, voice a little rougher than the lines they wrote.
Says we're not here making trailers, we're supposed to guard his own.
We're not hired as the stylist, we're supposed to count the lies.
If the truth looks bad on camera, fix the truth, not just a lie.
I go back and blow those covers off the kiosks, off the sign.
Let the stalls of smoke and struggle stand beside these painted
In
lines.
my cut, I'll end the near crash. Not a shock bake, not a score.
Just a question on the screen edge. Who is safety really for?
Don't turn our lives
Into props for your city to shine. Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine. Don't turn our lives into props for your city to shine. You stayed at the sea just to come back here
and save this city.
You stayed at the sea
Just to come back here
and save this city.
Yeah. You weren't running from the sirens, you were learning how to breathe.
Every sunset by that shoreline was a lesson, not a dream.
Every slow day in that village was a step back to these streets.
You stayed at the sea just to come back here and save this city.
You stayed at
the sea just to come back here and save this city.
Rooftop railings, midnight humming, distant traffic like the tide. Screens still glow behind my eyelids with the edits I can't hide. Once I left the wards and hallways, thought I left the scripts behind. Left the city, left the hospital, left being someone else's line. Now I'm cutting city stories for another kind of show. Every note from higher floors says make it lighter, make it glow. I ask, am I just repeating all the patterns that I fled? Did I trade a white coat's orders for a different set instead? Beside you, I clutch blueprints like umbrellas in the rain. All these lines and coded symbols feel like old mistakes again. I once drew for tower owners, never saw who lived inside. When it fell, I learned too late how much a drawing can divide. Now I'm hired for human-centered, yet the memos sound the same. Don't upset the ones above us, just make accidents look tamed. I ask quietly, have I really changed the way my pen is pulled? Or am I just redecorating all the harm I used to build?
I thought leaving all those systems meant I'd never be their tool. If I'm editing for power again, did I ever really move?
I thought hiding by the shoreline would erase the plans I drew. If I'm bending back for bosses, what did all that learning prove?
You turned toward me on the rooftop, city flicker in your eyes.
I can hear the waves from Bake Sorry in the spaces of your sight.
You stayed at the sea just to come back here and save this city.
I didn't heal there just to film my pretty lies in HD. I didn't fix old village rooftops just to please another king. I learned how to hear a heartbeat in the way
A street light sings.
Oh, you stayed at the sea
Just to come back here and save this city.
You stayed at the sea
Just to come back here and save this.
Once I thought I'd start confessing. If I left the wards and roads, left the sirens, left the city, I'd stop living in their roles. If I changed my zip code story, left the scripts they wrote for me, I'd be free of every cut they made in quiet editing. You're not stuck inside the story, you reply in steady tones. You're not playing out their outline, you're the hand that holds the flow. Now you're not the cast they're using, you're the one who writes the scenes. You're not just a face on posters, you're the author in between.
But I'm scared I say in whispers, I could cut for years and find nothing really changed for people, just new headlines, different time.
In the village you learn staying like a language from the waves. In the city for the first time you know what you're staying safe. You weren't fleeing from the city to a shoreline far away. You were circling through the ocean just to learn to slow away.
Draw back that sea when patience, all those faces by the sand.
So when concrete starts to harden, you remember then our plans. You didn't run from here to there just to vanish and be free. You went down to that small harbor to come back and heal this stream.
You're not someone who escaped the city
To the sea and disappeared.
You're the one who took the long way just to come back standing here.
You're not drawing lines for towers, you're designing where hearts breathe.
Not how fast can cars keep moving, but who dares to walk peace.
We're not asking are we dating like a teenage drama line. We're just asking can we carry this whole city side by side.
If the sea was just a station, then this rooftop is the train where we choose to face the daylight, not to turn around again. You stayed at the sea just to come back here and save this city. You stayed at the sea just to come back here and save this city. You stayed at the sea just to come back here and save this city. Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive. Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
Every tap upon the screen is one more chance to choose what's right.
Not a race to earn more points, not a scoreboard in the sky.
Every safer turn you follow is a story you'll unlock in time.
Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive. They first called a city game like a puzzle to be won. Clear the stages, clear the levels, beat the risk and then you're done. But the numbers felt like distance from the faces we have met. From the rider, from the kid who hates the tunnel after 10. So we stripped out all the badges, all the shiny empty crowns. Left a simple set of choices, which road keeps you safest now. On the map a small red warning where the sirens used to cry. Someone bled right at this corner, wanna take another line. If you walk the darkest shortcut, phone vibrates inside your hand. Shows a date, a time, a headline, just enough to make you stand.
If you choose the safer detour, slower path around the bend,
you don't get a perfect combo,
you get someone's whispered in.
yeah, a small clip of that same rider saying, here I almost fell. Or the night clicks softly telling why she fears a certain bell. Little girl describes the echo deep inside that underpass. Street musician talks of footsteps he still hears behind his back.
Every safe choice is a doorway to a life you never knew.
Every story says,
if you'd been me, what would staying mean to you?
in the trailer that I'm voicing there are no explosions shown. Just the sound of shoes on concrete, just the breathing through a phone.
This is not a set of levels where you show how strong you are. This is us redrawing routes so you can actually get home.
On the screen a hand selects safer map line, bending soft and wide. Then the title fills the picture.
We design a way, not wins. Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
Every arrow, every warning comes from someone else's night.
Not a gotcha, not a ranking, not a trick to keep you signed.
It's a map of all the places where a heartbeat almost died.
Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive. In the park an older neighbor squints to tap the little icon. Hands still rough from years of labor, eyes adjusting to the sun.
He selects the safer pathway, phone displays a simple tale. Shows a crash from last September, marker where the brakes had failed.
He sighs once and shakes his head, then half to us and half to air. Says you're not making me the winner, you're just helping me stay spared. You're not building some big contest that I'm trying hard to top. You're just teaching me don't die here, not for nothing, not for props.
I write down this quiet sentence like a headline in my mind. On the upload page I type it as a title underlined.
Not a game, just people refusing to die for nothing. Reads,
common sack beneath the trailer.
why does this hurt when I read?
Maybe safety's not about who gets the medals or the praise.
Maybe it's about the roads that don't make families afraid.
Even those who love their gameplay say this one feels strange and real.
Like a tutorial for living,
not a loop they chase for thrill.
In the room the suited banner streams will show the likes climb high.
Mere frowns and soggy matters.
This is hard to advertise.
Not cute for election, not a shareable campaign.
But outside the phones keep buzzing
with the same old uncle's phrase.
So he nods and says,
alright then, try this way that won't look slick.
if they're learning how to live more,
maybe that's the kind of win.
we walk out into the hallway.
City humming, routes in blue.
For the first time all these choices
feel like more than just a tool. Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
Not a game,
just people learning how to stay alive. Not a game, just people learning how to stay alive.
not a game,
Just people learning how to stay alive. Because this is our first time really being here.
because this is our first time really being here.
Because this is our first time really being here.
Not just passing through the city like a blur in rear view mirrors.
Every safe light, every arrow feels like proof that we are near.
Like the streets have finally noticed we've been standing all these years.
Because this is our first time really being here. Because this is our first time really being here.
On a scooter through the side streets, phone lit softly by his knee. He says, first time since I started that this town looks back at me.
Map line glowing on his screen, now where the danger used to hide. Every turn that used to haunt him has a voice and safer guide.
In the store, the night clerk watches through the automatic doors. There's a tiny new lamp shining where the darkness pooled before.
She says, guess this little entrance counts as safety now as well. Didn't know my quiet counter could be marked on someone's map.
At a desk with colored pencils, there's a child with folded legs. She draws arrows from the station to the building where she rests.
She says, someday when I'm older, I won't only walk this way. I'll be drawing routes for others so they won't have to be afraid.
Different windows, different
But
homes.
the word begins to rise.
Every story shares a feeling.
I exist here, I'm not blind.
All the roads that once ignored them now have names and gentle signs. Like the city turned its body just to finally meet their eyes.
Because this is our first time really being here.
Not as extras in a skyline,
But his name's the streets can hear.
oh, we're not ghosts inside the traffic or statistics on a sheet. We're the footsteps that these pavements learn to shelter, learn to keep.
This is our first time really being here.
Because this is our first time.
Really being here.
On the rooftop, air is cooler, city flickers like a bay. High-rise windows form a shoreline made of yellow, white, and gray.
I keep thinking, I say slowly, if the city's ever scored.
Like a test we have to answer, what I learned can't stay offshore.
All the things that Big Sorry taught me about a slower care would be wasted if they ended on that village's small stair.
You look out at all the crossroads, at the routes we've redrawn blue. Say then let's keep on writing answers, not just questions with no use.
From a road that meets the water to a road that leads back home, we can start with one connection, then let others branch and grow.
Phone screen buzzes in your pocket, little icon for an
Some
A.
global risk group ride.
We've seen your safe city game.
They say what you've done with traffic, with small lamps and painted ways.
Might be how we face disasters when they roll in like a wave.
Our reflections in the glass door blur, with warning emails glow.
Somewhere past this breathing city lies a siren we don't know.
But tonight we're on this rooftop, with a million lights in reach.
If tomorrow brings more dangers, we'll bring what we learned from here.
Because this is our first time really being here.
Not as tourists of our choices,
But as owners of our fear.
we were scared of being stranded.
We were scared of being changed.
Now we stand inside the middle.
Draw a softer, braver way.
If the next word calls it
Sirens with evacuation schemes and drills.
oh, we will answer
From this city, from these hand-drawn little hills. Because this is our first time really being here.
because
This is our first time really being here.
far away and never warning blinks above the factory line.
We both watch it in the distance, like a comma in the sky.
Whatever test is coming next, you say, we won't just disappear.
We'll bring sea winds, slow drawn arrows, and this feeling of being here.
Because this
Is our first time